Wide 53! Here we go, ready! Blue 22, blue 22! Where did he go? Ready, ready! Blue 85, blue 85! Where did he go?
Season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. One of the great things about the early part of the season, high-profile non-conference games, and that's what we have for you on EA Sports College Football. It's the Utah Utes and the Maryland Terrapins. It's always a challenge when you have to go to the backup quarterback, and one of these teams is going to find out about that today as we check in with Holly Rowe.
Guys, Maryland's head coach told me before the game they are concerned. Their quarterback is out, and he is so talented. But they have all the faith in the world in the backup. He has been here. He did not transfer out when he could have, and they are going to reward his patience and his belief in them by having belief in him. He knows the system, he knows the scheme, and he should get off to a good start here today. Guys?
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Utah's offense that has the first possession of the game. And here's a guy, if you throw it in his general vicinity, he's going to pull it down. We'll keep our eyes on him all game long. The quarterback's telling us that he is going to be a problem. What we expected, this crowd ready to make its presence known. Back to throw, it's Vick. Finds the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Keeps it on the option. And the defense snows him under it. Very short game.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. First grab of the season for this highly talented freshman. They believe he's just going to get better each and every snap.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He'll keep it himself. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Official stopping play as one of the Terrapins is down on the field. You just hope this turns out not to be too serious. First quarter, game 1. It's tough to take an injury this early. A defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. Looking down the middle. Makes the grab. Shakes a man, and he might take off. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Utes will hustle to the line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Pucks it out of the air. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking for a crease, it's Bell. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. Dropping back, it's Vick. Looking for the goal line, and they will score. Touchdown, Utes! They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
And you can't draw it up any better. How do you... home crowd up. One of the best crowds in college football. You come in on the first drive and you handle your business. You get in the end zone. Palmer, this place was going absolutely berserk, and strangely, one possession in, it got really quiet.
That was really impressive from an execution standpoint, too. Obviously, you script those plays on your first possession. You practice them all week. It was so important, especially in this game, because you're right. This is one of the most hostile environments in all of college football. We've seen these fans, when they get rolling, it's like a tidal wave, and they just engulf teams and take games over. Great job by the offense early, executing and quieting this crowd down.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Here comes the heat. Sliding to his left. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
The Terrapins will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Utah has it back in the offense coming onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. On the run, it's Bell. Runs through the tackle. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The Utes have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Wide receiver comes in motion. Got it in the middle, it's Coffee. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Run in the red zone. It's Bell. Might have a chance. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
And this is exactly what you want to see from this offense. The defense forced a turnover, puts you in a great position. Now, put a few first downs together. Ultimate goal is to capitalize on it, punch it in the end.
Makes the grab and room to run. Touchdown, Utah! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Find my matchups out wide. I love a matchup with my wide receiver. I like my guy better than yours. Quarterback finds the matchup. The wide receiver catches the football, takes it into the end zone for 6.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They've gotten off. There he goes! Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback making adjustments. Creates a little space. Let's take a minute to talk about Maryland. What does the top 5 ranking mean for week 1? Optimism, hope, maybe, David, an excuse for the other team's fans to rush the field if they knock you off?
Well, it means, first of all, absolutely nothing, because preseason rankings don't show up anywhere at the end of the season, but it means this team is talented. It means they're thought of highly. They got to go earn it, Jesse, and it starts today, but the talent obviously is all over the field.
The number in the preseason rankings means absolutely nothing. You saw Florida State recently start in the top 10. They won games by the end of the year. So you've got to go earn it. Yes, you're talented. Yes, a lot of eyeballs are going to be watching you and people are really excited. You've got an opportunity to do things really that are special this season, but you've got to earn it on the field.
And they'll get it down after the return at the 27-yard line. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going and now right back to work. Still on his feet at the 40. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. He's up to 51 yards on the ground in this first quarter. That is a terrific start. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. The run inside, it's Bell.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Bringing the heat. Finds a man on the right. Smashes ahead. Touchdown, Utes! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He is a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Terrapins will get things going on offense as they come onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So,
open field on the right. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Terrapins!
Sometimes these games can snowball. You get down 21, next thing you know, you look up, it might be 35. Nice answer, put a drive together. Now the defense has got to get you a stop. Then you try to put another drive together. One possession at a time, try to climb back in this football game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Trying play action. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Complete. At the 35, he's open. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. So first down here as they go back to work. Off the RPO, complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Vick. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And that's what this defense needs to get going. You've given up a bunch of touchdowns. You haven't been great early, but now you finally get some pressure, get the quarterback to the ground. Now maybe start turning this defense around.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He's going to take off. Oh, he didn't get past the marker before starting his slide, and now it's 4th down. And the Utes will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Not a lot of room to make this catch. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Throws to the wideout. That's caught. It's Robinson. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. To the air on first down. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Oh, better look out! And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Well, the Big Ten has expanded with this massive continent-wide geographical footprint. The Big 12 has been really shrewd in positioning and maneuvering for survival, and they look for opportunities to win on the field like they'll have today.
Yeah, and the
ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He is in. Takes the fumble to the house. Touchdown, Utah.
And how about this defense making plays? Not only do you force the fumble, the awareness to scoop it up. Understand the difference between trying to jump on it, but pick it up and make a play. They make a play. And this offense, they have not put together a lot of scoring drives, and now they give up points on the other end. They got to get it together.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Officials stopping play as one of the Terrapins is down on the field. Maryland's offense comes out ready to go on the attack. Running inside, it's Simon. That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Could not make his way to the corner.
Well, I think for that play to work, you need to have some access, some cushion and coverage for the receiver to be able to do something with it after the catch. That time, the defender was just way too close, all over him, and he tackles him for no gain.
They'll snap it from the gun on third down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And the Terrapins will punt this one away. Makes a move. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. Here comes the Utah offense to get this drive started. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
He'll try to get to the marker himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
The Utes send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
You know, defenders have to really understand body positioning and where the football's coming from, and great job understanding that, getting in the way of the route, knocking the ball down, batting it away, making a good play for that defense.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
And the deflection on third down. How big is that? Forces a fourth down. The Terrapins will send out the punt unit. Got it near midfield. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. So the Utes are ready to begin this drive on offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
And he runs into a wall, maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw, it's Vick. Fires downfield, working the middle. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. And the Utes have it with a 1st and 10. He goes right back to the air. Here's the pressure. Going to try to get it himself. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. The Utes have it with a 1st and goal. Wide receiver going in motion. The pop pass gets popped behind the line for a loss. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain. Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Back's got it. He is stopped short. That's the man they wanted to have the ball, but it'll be 4th down. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Orlando. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a 1st down in the waning seconds of the half. And the Terrapins racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And that's a big play for this offense, and they need to get going. They've built themselves a deficit. They need points on this drive, or else, guys, the second half, we're going to be telling old war stories, right? Like back in my day, and Jesse did this, and I did that. So, I mean, come on, offense. Let's put this together. Let's keep this game competitive.
Finds his back in the middle. They bring him down, but it'll be 1st down at the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. He lets it fly. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Maryland! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
The textbook how you end a 1st half. You're trailing. You need to put a drive together. Great job using all of the clock, getting the TD, and you want to talk about creating some momentum going into the half and knowing I get the football, so everything trending in the right direction.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking for room, it's Bell. Stopped in the backfield as his defense doesn't want to let anything slip through here late in the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We begin with a look at Syracuse, taking on the number 10 team, the Texas A&M Aggies. And it's the Orange, with one of the truly dazzling offensive displays we've witnessed this season. They had a scoring answer every time they needed one, and win a fireworks-filled football game, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season. And as we check in on these notable matchups this week, we're reminded of just how meaningful every week in college football truly is. Now back to your game in College Park. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. As we start the second half, what do you have for us, Holly?
The Terrapins head coach told me coming out of the locker room, their defense has done a terrific job so far, and today they're kicking off here to start the second half. That defense has got to step up again because they are facing a really stout running game. They've done a good job in the first half, but I will let you know how this continues to build here in the third quarter. Nice?
Appreciate that, Holly. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half.
Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Got room on the return. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And they don't get their hands on the ball often, but how about the big defensive linemen? When they do, it's fun to watch. It might take a while, Jesse, but he started to move that thing down the field.
He sure did. He just reminds everybody he's an athlete, too. This guy had some big-time moments in high school.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense has it. They're on the move.
First game of the year, you're always...
We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Utes! And the stomping has commenced.
Well, this offense said they wanted to start the year all gas and no brakes, and that's exactly what this game has shown. From the very opening whistle, this offense has been in sync. They've been explosive. Defense has had no answer for them. This unit is going to give teams problems because of their playmaking ability all year long.
The Terrapins will get things going on offense as they come onto the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Pressure coming. Fires to the big fella. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Offense staying on the field. They'll hurry up on 4th down. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Makes the grab in their space. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it in their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
The Terrapins in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Baker. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice his safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
He's got it on the run, and he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. After the holding penalty, the offense will try to hang on with a 1st and 20. From the gun, running back on the move. At the 20, he's got space. He is run out of bounds right at the 10-yard line.
Man, those are so hard to defend. You know, the quarterback, obviously he's doing the run-pass option and creating some indecision in my head. And look at that. He hands it off, and the back gets a quick 10, easy. You know, like just chews up yardage. Just really, really tough to stop those kind of plays.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. And the Terrapins pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Out of the gun, looking to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on 1st down by this offense.
He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down. This is one of those momentum turning points. If this defense can force a field goal attempt, that is a victory for them. Got his man. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Terrapins! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They'll go to the air. Makes the catch. The 2-point conversion is good.
And it's more common to throw for the 2-point conversion than it is to run anymore. So you practice these a lot. You could tell. Nice timing, nice rhythm, in sync, nice 2-point conversion.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. And after that last score, this is just a 2-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Vick. Fires to the right. Complete downfield. That's some old-school, hard-nosed, tough running as he powers his way to the 30. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Utes will try to pin them back with the punt. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Slips through the line. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it right at midfield.
And that's a good sign for this offense, maybe finishing this football game. Maybe they can get that ground game going. They've tried. They just haven't had a lot of success. Made them very one-dimensional. Nice to see them run the football with some efficiency later in this game.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
It's complete. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line. The Terrapins are marching down the field. Gonna look downfield again. Rushes on him. Turning it on. He'll go out of bounds right at the 23-yard line. And the Terrapins will have it 1st and 10. looking to throw. Tight end finds a soft spot. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Man, nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight ends used to be. It's just an extension of the O-line. These guys are now extensions at receiver. They can make big plays, get him the ball.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. The Terrapins now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, he'll throw it. Quarterback now breaking the field. Fires left. Caught! Races down to the 2 and stopped just short of the goal line as he goes out of bounds. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball...
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Maryland!
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Down here on the Utah sideline, there is so much excitement from these players. This has turned into somewhat of a shootout. The offenses continue to score, but I have seen some of the defensive players say, we have got to turn it up right now to see if the offense can answer again or if the defense starts to make a statement. Back to you.
All right, Holly. Looking for a man. It's Vic. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the left. They finally get to him. And what a play there to pick up the first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The run inside. It's Bell. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. And as we head for the fourth period, both of these quarterbacks have put up some numbers. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. They'll keep it on the ground. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking for a gap. It's Bell. Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Running inside, it's Bell. And tackled there by the defense.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock. And they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Maryland's offense comes out ready to go on the attack. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Working that left side now. He's brought down quickly, minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
A good start by this offense. Something positive on the first play. The drive is good. Listen, the hill is large, right? Like this, we need 2 scores. We got to have 2 touchdowns to get back in this game. We got to be aggressive. We got to take shots, but obviously not put the football at risk.
Looking to throw on first down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. And the Terrapins headed quickly to the line.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Well, the good news is you got the first down running it there on 2nd and short, but the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the 4th quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically to get back in the game.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Caught near the sticks. It's Orlando. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. The Terrapins come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Makes the grab. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that. That holding call backs him up 10. It's now 1st and 20. Looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Terrapins! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway. That had touchdown written all over it from the moment he caught the ball. Big play, big run for the score.
Yeah, they had touchdown written all over it because nobody was covering it. It'd be a good idea to get a hand on him. You know, listen, I know you guys got some speed, and maybe you give him a cushion and give him some space, but that was a little aggressive on the space department there.
First down here as we dive into the college football season, a Week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. To the air, it's Vick. Zings it complete to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Let's send the tight end in motion. The play action fake. He wants to go deep. It's broken up. They took a shot and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. We're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Utes will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He gets a block. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long.
Caught, and he's got room. The 20. He's at touchdown, Maryland! Somehow, they got up off the deck. They fought back, and they've tied the game. His 3rd touchdown of this game, and his 3rd on the season. And the extra point gives them a 1-point lead here in the 4th.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the fourth quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
Looking downfield, it's Vick. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bell. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And the Utes decide to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. On his way back from the 20. He's got great speed. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. The Terrapins will get things going on offense as they come onto the field. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Unleashes one. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. It's a 1-possession game in the 4th. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Grab behind the line. It's Bell. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Dropping back, it's Vick. Here's a throw downfield late. Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown, Utah! They move on top here in the 4th.
Who can you count on those big moments? Who can make those big plays? Who do you trust? And they trust the receiver to run a go and to run right by the DB. He makes the play, breaks the tie, takes the lead for this football team.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Ready to fire from the pistol. Tight end now in motion. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. We get a timeout here taken by the Terrapins. That will be their first. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Firing to the right, complete. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Maryland uses its 2nd timeout. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the fourth quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
Got a man, it's Orlando. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them, they're right back on the football.
Underneath Tulsa coverage, got it deep downfield. Seizing an open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Fires quickly. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. He's looking to pass. And it's caught for the late touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Well, they got their hands team out there for a reason, and that's why in these situations you put receivers, tight ends, and dudes that can hold on to the football, knowing that, hey, all we got to do is recover this onside kick, and David, we win the game.
And man, this is such a low percentage play, right? Like, it's so hard to kick an onside and actually have it bounce correctly and go right. You're right, they put the right players on the field. They didn't get the good bounce, and this one's over.
Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better, who's going to make the playoff. Big feather in the cap, big day for them.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.